is Meredith Estes. I am an artist. I'm a portrait painter. I love to create. I got involved in art when I was a little girl. I used to always watch my cousins. My cousins used to draw and they used to sketch in their sketchbook, and I just thought it was amazing. I was just a little girl watching them with their sketchbook, but just watching them create something out of nothing. My family has always been on the creative side, and watching my grandmother, she was a photographer. So she used to go into the communities and take pictures of different events. And she used to have me and my little cousin come over and put those pictures on albums. And we had to be creative just like that. So we were putting things together always. And then with my mother, she was a seamstress. She was always putting something together. She was sewing, she was knitting. So creative and creating has always been in our family. I didn't say, oh, I just want to paint sometimes, because as many times as I have picked it up, I put it down out of fear of someone saying it's ugly, that's not cute, what are you doing, that's not real. And just the type of painting I like to do, or being whimsical. If I want to be whimsical, people like, mermaids don't exist, but they do in my world. So I love to do mermaids, fairies, that was my big thing. People, portrait painting. I believe it is my calling. I believe that it was chosen for me to be an artist. In high school, what really had me excited is when I was in art class and one of my pieces got chosen to go to the Lansing Capitol building and be presented on the wall. So I was like, oh my God. So that was something real big for me, being in the 11th grade, and my painting was going to, Lansing in Michigan to be in the Capitol. So that was the biggest highlight in my life. And from then I was like, oh, I could do this. But of course, life happens. And then you're like, okay, am I really an artist, or am I just playing with it? No, you are really an artist, because I continue to pick it up. I continue to do big things, and I continue to cultivate it in my own way, in my own growth. My preference is acrylics. I do enjoy acrylics. When I first started painting, I did watercolors. I was able to, dilute it and also use it as a thickness. So I played with the watercolors. But then when I found out about those acrylics, baby, when I tell you, the acrylics became my friend. Okay, because they're even if they dry up and I make a mistake, I can go over it. But it's very easy to play with, easy to just dry quickly. I can have a sketch, but I can have an art calling and it's due next week. So come on, let's get these acrylics together, because they will dry quick enough so I can participate in an art show that comes up quickly. So I love the canvas. However, I have painted on wood, and I do it's like a smooth texture. The application for the wood is totally different from your canvas, because your canvas sometimes kind of soaks up. You have the layers after layers after layers. Wood, often sometimes you don't have to do as many layers, and it still pops. So I do like wood. However, for some reason, me and that canvas have a love-hate relationship. I'm gonna layer that canvas and layer that canvas. I love colors, bright colors now. I used to be had a little intrepidation about getting into the colors, because I don't want to be bright, I don't want to be loud. Matter of fact, I wear black all the time. So colors for me is a part of myself that I don't wear, but I can apply on my canvas and share and show with the world the beautiful colors that we have, among us. And I love all the colors, but I won't wear them. It's something about me being flashy, but I would love my art to be flashy. I want my art to stand out. I had a slip and fall. My dominant hand was stuck in a position where I could not move it. I could not brush my teeth. I could not comb my hair. I could not wash my body. so I couldn't paint. And with them 3 months where I had to go to occupational therapy, I had to go to physical therapy to get myself together, to get my mind together, I was set down and Spirit-led told me through the occupational nurse, if you don't use it, you will lose it. One of my practices, one of the things she sent me home with, go home and paint a picture for me. This is one of my exercises. You know, they give you a little squeeze ball, give you all kinds of little trinkets to play with to get your mobility back together. She said, go home and paint. So I went home, I got this paintbrush, and I cried, and I cried, and I cried, and I said, oh my goodness, something's not right. Why am I losing this? What is going on? And then the thing kept ringing in my head. If you don't use it, you will lose it. So use it. So I did. I painted. I took it to her, and I showed her. She was so grateful. And she said, now do something with this. It's very important for me to create. And I actually would get kind of irritated when I'm not able to. You know, some people, they can get up and just paint, but some individuals, it takes some time, some preparation, some thinking, what they want to apply, what they want to share, what they want to put on the canvas. And that's very important. That's an outlet for me to be able to share, be able to express myself on canvas. And that's where I choose to express myself, is on the canvas. You know, some things I won't say out loud, but I can say that on that canvas. I think my challenge is myself sometimes when I have doubt of what I'm capable of doing, doubt of how something's gonna turn out. So the challenge is trying to trust the process, putting something down or even thinking about it and how you're gonna execute it, how you're gonna get it on canvas. You got it right here, but how is it gonna flow? How is it gonna project to the audience, to the viewers? So I think some of my challenges is myself during my process. It's kind of difficult sometimes to really execute what I'm thinking and my plan. There's this zone, and I know all artists, be it music, being a photographer, just being an artist in itself, there's this zone, there's this space that you enter into, and the world can be burning up around you, but you are in this creative space and it feels so good. It's nothing like it. You cannot even explain that space that you're in and loving what you're doing and just letting that paint flow or whatever the case may be. There's this space. Once you're in it, baby, magic happens in that space. I enjoyed that space. Success to me is actually having the freedom to paint, to create. I just had to go back to, work. So that right there took away part of my freedom. That's not freedom to me. That's not success to me for what I want to do as an artist, as a creative. So being free from a 9 to 5. And let me 9 to 5 was my artwork. That's success for me. I want the viewers to see my pieces and feel it and get some clarity, some peace of mind, and say, yes, I like that. I want that. And I want to be able to give that. I want to look at it as well and give a peace of mind that I did that, and I did it from a space where I want my viewers to enjoy, to connect with it, to see themselves in it. How do I define my voice as an artist? I just keep showing up. I define my voice by keep showing up as my true, authentic self, the best that I can, as an artist, as a person, as a human being. My name is MEREDITH Estes. I am a painter. I'm an artist. This is my voice, and this is my life.